Today I'll be reacting to the first things first top 26 players who will define the 2026 World Cup. Now, as you can see, this list was made on April 5th, 2026. So, since the World Cup is going on right now, we can kind of see. I thought it would be good to see how the list has kind of aged and we can kind of critique it. So, and in the second half of the video, I will be talking about and sort of be predicting the rest of the World Cup and my analysis about it so far. Since I haven't really been doing it, haven't made any content about the World Cup so far, I want to kind of get a lot of detail in on my thoughts and whatever. So let's start at number one. At number one, sorry, I might have spoiled a few places, but at number one, they have Lionel Messi, and they say a sixth World Cup that would be the most ever, tied with Cristiano Ronaldo. True. He already has the World Cup record for games and minutes. He's already the only person ever scored goals in the World Cup as a teenager, in his 20s and in his 30s. Pretty crazy. He has already won multiple Golden Ball awards for most goals in the World Cup, but Golden Ball is not based on goals. And in the last World Cup, he scored in every single round. But Golden Ball is not directly proportional to goals. It's not the Golden Boot. It's the best player. So, for example, for me, in the 2018 World Cup, Eden Hazard was the best player, right? But he didn't have the best stats, so that doesn't mean he wasn't the Golden Boot winner or anything. That doesn't mean he shouldn't be the Golden Ball winner, because his performances were still, in my opinion, the best in the tournament from match day 1 to the end. So they also mentioned that winning this would put Messi in Wayne Gretzky territory as far as GOAT conversation. I don't know too much about hockey, but I know I have a feeling that I think Messi's probably better than Gretzky is at his respective sport. Honestly, I don't know if I can really be commenting because I haven't watched any hockey, but that's just my opinion. But, I mean, I don't know if I would say that. You could still argue to me that Messi's the best player out in the world. Off of ability, he still might be. Honestly, probably is. But he's not doing it week in, week out in Europe anymore. He's playing in Inter Miami. It's not the same Barcelona. It's not 2015 or 2012 or 2018-19 season anymore. In terms of, body of work, I wouldn't say Messi's the best player in the world currently. Obviously, all time he is, but not currently. And that brings us to number 2, which is Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, my God. Ronaldo is definitely not the second best player in the world, the best footballer in the world. Messi has an argument for being number 1, but I don't think Ronaldo has an argument for being second at all. I mean, he's still a great poacher. He probably has, in my opinion, the best goal-scoring instincts of all time. But I don't think if he's not scoring, he's not doing anything, right? And that kind of matters to me, because you're going to have days, I know we're critiquing him harshly, but he's Ronaldo, even though he's 41 years old, but he's Ronaldo, right? And he's apparently number 2, so I have to critique harshly. There might be games where you're not at your best in front of goal, right? You're missing loads of chances, your movement's not up to par, even though his movement is maybe the best I've seen. But if that's the case, he's not really contributing, and he doesn't really deserve to be on the pitch, in my opinion. So that's why I don't believe he's number 2. And right below him, and they also mentioned, can he go down as best ever without winning the World Cup? Even if he does, he's not going to go down as the best ever. For me, best ever is not directly proportional to trophies. If you were just, everyone knew you're better than everyone else, but you didn't win any trophies, I feel like I would still give you the credit. I would still give that player the credit of the best ever, even if they had an empty trophy cabinet. So I don't really understand that logic. And at number 3, they have Lamine Yamal. And honestly, I think this is fair. I mean, honestly, I think Lamine Yamal is a top 3 player in the world. It's very hard between, I would say, him, Olise, and Mbappe for those top 3. I think those 3 are all game changers. And like they say, he's 18 and he debuted at 15. Still crazy. He'll be 19 in a few days. If anyone's star is going to go to the stratosphere, I think it's Yamal. I think he's an electric player. He's dynamic the way he crosses through. Yeah, these guys have no ball knowledge, bro. It's actually insane. He has one sort of signature move that everyone knows is coming but can't stop it. He was runner-up to Dembele for the Ballon d'Or. So that's what they're going off of. They probably haven't watched a lick of Lamine Yamal. They're probably just using ChatGPT. Like, there's no analysis here, which is kind of why, I'm saying they have no ball or they use ChatGPT. There's nothing specific. He's dynamic the way he crosses through. Like, what does that mean? And that doesn't. It's not specific enough. Anyone can say that. Like, if you just search up Lamine Yamal play style. And at number 4, they have Kylian Mbappe. Like I said, I think Kylian Mbappe is the best player in the world, especially when he puts on a France shirt. I think he turns into a different animal, bro. This guy for France, forget about it, bro. He is too good for France, and I think it's between, at least of my era, him and Messi for the best international performers, at least post 2000s, I would say. And it's really hard to parse, but right now I'd give the edge to Messi, but I think Kylian will surpass him, if not get very close to Messi in terms of the best World Cup player ever. And he's only 27 years old. He's going to smash the World Cup goal scoring record. Like I said, I think, like, for the last couple years, I think when Mbappe was at PSG, I think he was the best player in the world for about 3-4 years in a row. I say the 2020 to 2021 season to up until the 2022-2023 season, he was the best player in the world. I think he dipped a little bit in 23-24 because he started playing as a 9. But I think Kylian Mbappe, last 2 seasons at Real Madrid, he scored a lot of goals, right? His stats have eclipsed arguably some of his best PSG campaigns. I think they have. But he doesn't feel the same way anymore. He feels more stiff because he's playing as a 9. He doesn't do the same dribbles. He doesn't dazzle the crowd the same way. He doesn't accelerate as fast because he's not playing as a left winger where he just demolishes everyone with his pace and his flair, and just how we all know how mesmerizing Kylian Mbappe is at his best. Like, it's almost like watching a cheetah, but with the agility and the dexterity and coordination of a gazelle. Almost, it's scintillating to watch. And like I said before, I think when he puts on this French shirt, he goes back to that PSG self. And I think that version of Mbappe is a top 15, 20 player of all time, I would say. He's just too inevitable. Like, you can't stop him. And I can see number 5 is going to be Erling Haaland. I mean, I love Erling Haaland, but top 5, he's the best goal scorer in the world for me. But I don't know if I agree with top 5 player. By the way, I'm going to just start speeding up this list because we got a lot of names to get to. So, number 5 for Erling Haaland, I mean, it's fair, yeah. And, yeah, I'm done. I'm actually done. I'll see you guys later. Christian Pulisic at number 6. Come on, bro. What are we doing? The America Glaze runs deep, bro. Well, look, he might be the greatest American soccer player of all time. Oh, my God, bro. Like, they're talking about him as like he's Mbappe. He's only 27 years old. They said the same thing for Mbappe, bro. He's only 27. Like, they're not on the same... He's not in the same breath as these guys. What are we doing? I want to see who's below him. Vinicius Jr. is a worse player than Christian Pulisic. Oh, my God. What is this list based off of? Importance? He's still lower. Best player? He's way lower. Vinicius is the first place for him. It's just where Christian Pulisic is in relation to him. That's making me kind of question my life at this point, yeah. And at number 8, Harry Kane. You could argue he'd be higher. I would say around this range, especially internationally. I don't think, even after the Congo and why am I blanking? Mexico performances where he was good, I don't think he's been up to his like regular game performances in the big games. I'm waiting to see that from him. His performance against Congo actually was unreal, but I need to see more consistent performances on that type of stage from him. But this is a fair ranking just off of pure footballing ability, and this is also a fair ranking for Ousmane Dembele. I would say he's a little bit overrated. I would say he doesn't really suit the French system. I don't think he's very good for France, but for PSG, we know his importance to that team. Number 10. that's my GOAT midfielder too. That's my top 3 midfielders of all time. And he should not even be on this list, I don't think. Luka Modric, I love you. But to be fair, he could be on this list because his performance against Portugal was absolutely sensational as a 40-year-old. But not number 10. Number 11, we have Virgil van Dijk. I think that's fair for his importance, for how good he still is. Like, for his importance to, like I said, for them, his importance to Netherlands, you can't take him out of that side without the level drastically falling. And right below him, I see Son. Now, Son at his prime, I think, is so underrated because I think he was arguably a top 6-ish player in the world for a good 2-3 years, for a good year or two. When he won the Golden Boot, I think when Kane left, bro, this dude just became a different animal too. The way he was carrying the team. And I don't agree with number 12, though. I don't think anyone would agree. That's very, very high for Heung-min Son at this day and age. He's playing for LAFC now. He's not playing for Spurs anymore. It's not 2015. Number 13, we have Jamal Musiala. Now, this is one of my favorite players. And I honestly think he's a generational talent. And his ability to just carve open defenses kind of reminds me of Messi almost. Obviously not to the same level. But stylistically, the way he weaves through, it's kind of similar. But he's so fun to watch, and he's getting back into the swing of things. He didn't have the best World Cup for Germany. Obviously, they got drastically upset by Paraguay, which I'll talk about later. But I'm trying to think. Do I agree with this? I agree with this. I think when everything's fair, I think Jamal Musiala is a top 15-ish, 20-ish player in the world. I think that's fair enough. So, number 14, we have Jude Bellingham. Now, I think he should be way higher on this list. I mean, obviously, his performance against Mexico is making it up. But, Jude Bellingham, for me, is the best midfielder in the world. And I don't know why he ever gets brought up in those conversations. He can play anywhere on the football pitch. Center mid, center cam, center back, striker. His movement and late runs into the box is the best I've seen. I haven't seen many midfielders that do that, but he's the best. His athleticism, he's a freak athlete. His ball carrying. He had one run where he just weaved through the whole Mexico team. It was crazy. He turned, did a little La Croqueta, left one of the players on the floor. That was crazy. His work rate, his tenacity, his arrogance. He prides himself. He expects so much from himself at such a young age. You forget he's 23 with his mentality. And the way he was defending and tracking back, he's actually Jude is a monster of a midfielder. Absolute freak and joke of a player. And I think he should probably be top 5 on this list because I think he's a top 5 player in the world. And I just feel like to think that people at the beginning, before the World Cup, were talking about benching Jude Bellingham. You look stupid now, bro. You look stupid now. Should Jude start for England? That looks so stupid now. And right below him, now here this list goes again. Now here it goes again. Sadio, I already see who number 16 is, but I'm trying to. Okay, let's talk about 15. Sadio Mane. Obviously, this is a horrible placement, right? But, obviously, Sadio Mane at his prime was a freak of a player. He was 3rd in the Ballon d'Or in, I believe, 2022. But he's one of the greatest African players of all time, right? But he's not right now. Agreed. But he's not right now. He's 34. He's playing in Saudi. This is not a valid placement. And Chris Richards at number 16. I still haven't seen Bukayo Saka on this list. And wherever he is, I'll talk about him. But I think he should be around here. And I'm just going to swiftly move past this one. He's Chris Richards, anchor for that U.S. defense, like they said. You can't take him out of that side. But you think he's a top 20 player in the world, top 16 player in the world, you've lost it, bro. Lautaro Martinez, I think it's 17 is a bit high for him, too. But he's a great striker. He had another good season for Inter. Desiree Doué around 18. I think that's a fair placement, honestly. I think Doué has bags and bags of potential. He like they say, he has incredible confidence. His feet are ridiculous. He's so smooth on the ball. I don't think he's exactly like Neymar. I don't think he has the same magic, but There are certain moments where he's dribbling at you and you get reminded of 2015 Neymar. Like it's pretty crazy. And at number 19 we see Pedri. I think a little bit higher, but like, I think a hot take is that Pedri's better midfielder than Vitinha, because we're comparing them as players, right? Pedri has more to his game than Vitinha. I feel like Pedri is more of an Iniesta than Vitinha is like a Xavi, and I always thought Iniesta was better than Xavi because Iniesta could kind of like I feel like he was more of a match winner. I might be wrong on that, but at least from what I know, I feel like he could win you a game because he had a bit more speed. I feel like like dribbling ability, Iniesta's top. But 20 we have Hakimi. I think fair. Obviously, he's Morocco's main man. Hasn't had a great World Cup so far, but he's also being asked to pretty much play an entire right wing, so you can't really blame him. Bruno Fernandes at 21. Obviously, Portugal just got knocked out today by Spain, so his World Cup is over. He kind of was underwhelming. So was that whole Portuguese midfield, which is going in as I mean, obviously, there's a lot of controversy about him after the president of the U.S. Um, called FIFA and told them that it wasn't a red card, and basically Balogun was cleared to play after that. It's very suspicious. But anyways, I think Flo Balogun is a really quality striker. The way he sort of his movement, and he's very athletic as well too, and clinical in front of goal. His finish against Paraguay with his weak foot in the top corner was really good. And we see Rafinha at number 23. My goodness. 23. Wow. I mean, Rafinha barely played this World Cup due to an injury, but I think he's a top 20 player in the world. Like, I would have him maybe 18-ish. But I don't know. Fair enough. At number 24, I see Mohamed Salah. I don't think he should be this high. 25, Bukayo Saka. Now, I'm an Arsenal fan, right? And I think Bukayo Saka is criminally disrespected. Currently, he's playing with Achilles tendonitis, right? Which, if you guys don't know, it basically takes away a lot of your speed. So he's pretty much playing on one leg, and he is still England's arguably best attacking player outside of Harry Kane. Like, not including Jude Bellingham because I consider him more of a 10. Striker, left wing, right wing. He's been, outside of Harry Kane, he's been their best player. For sure, I think he has been. Him or Rashford. And I just think people, since he had a poor season due to injuries and also other factors, I think the system, I think people were acting like they've never seen Bukayo Saka be the best winger, best player in the league, when I can name multiple occasions where he was that. 2022, 2023, when he scored 14 goals and like 11 assists or something in the Premier League as a 21-year-old, guiding Arsenal's second place in the Premier League in that amazing season. 23-24, he got 16 goals and 9 assists in the Premier League. Amazing numbers. And 24-25, which I think was on his way to being his best season. I think he was going to smash the assist record. He had 5 goals and 10 assists in 15 games. He was the best player in the league. He was one of the best players in the world, and I still think he is. I think Arsenal is going to give him an extended vacation because once Bukayo Saka gets back to full fitness, we're already seeing what he's doing on half fitness. I think he will go back to being the best winger in the Premier League. Like, the stage is his now. Salah is pretty much gone. It's his time to shine. I believe in him. He's only 24 years old still. He's good. He'll be fine. I just don't like it when people hate on him and act like he's never been good when they were the same people saying he's world class last season. Like, it just annoys me. And at number 26, we have Weston McKennie. I think this is based off importance, so it's fair enough. I love Weston McKennie. I think he's a top player. For Juventus, he's really good. He had a good statistical season as well too, and he's very versatile. And he's very good at many different things within those positions. So overall, this list is pretty tournament. England getting saved by Harry Kane against DR Congo. Argentina and Cabo Verde with the game of the tournament for me, arguably with another game. And Australia and Egypt, that was kind of a boring game, but in penalties, pretty entertaining. Switzerland having a great performance against Algeria. I think that was one of the best team performances of the World Cup, but I don't think it Colombia like not consolation because they won, but you know what I mean. The Spain and Portugal game, which happened today, and as well as the USA Belgium game. The Belgium showing the USA how a big team plays. In my opinion, I was rooting for the US, but still. And we had, we had the Norway Brazil game, which I already briefly discussed, and Holland's incredible performance, which was kind of like a legacy game for him, I feel like. And then the Mexico-England thriller at the Azteca, which was Jude Bellingham's one of the best individual performances by English midfielder at a World Cup, I would say. And then to come tomorrow, Argentina, Egypt, and Switzerland, and Colombia. Now, for France against Morocco, I feel like it will be closer than people expect. I feel like it will be France bombarding Morocco with chances and Morocco holding on for the first 35-ish minutes. Or maybe you could even convince me later, but I feel like then France grabs an opener with just an individual moment of brilliance, or even it could even be a team goal, and then I think from there France gets the job done and they win 3-1 against Morocco. And Spain versus Belgium. Oh yeah, hold up. Spain versus Belgium. I think. Excuse me. Spain versus Belgium. I think. I feel like Belgium's slept on a little bit, but I think Spain will get the job done. I think it's not 2018 or 2014 Belgium where they're fielding the most talented roster in world football. Like, it's 2026. They don't have quite the same level of talent. And if they have those players are older now. So, if Spain winning, I would say, again, maybe by score line of 2-1, but they will dominate the game, I would say. Scoreline is a bit misleading. Norway versus England. I think England, because they're riding the momentum. I think people are kind of like in this World Cup, just want to say upsets, because I feel like I think they want to be able to say oh, I was right, or oh, oh, look, the upset I predicted was right. But I think England is going to be riding the momentum from the Mexico game, like I said, and because they won at the Azteca against Mexico, it's not easy to do at all. So I think they're going to be riding that momentum. I think it's going to be a long day for Norway. I'm saying 2-0 England. And then we have our two semifinal matches, France, Spain, and England, Argentina. So France, Spain, I think I have France going through. I think they just got more individual talent. And I just think that if they're all clicking, they're unbeatable. And I think they will be clicking for that game. And I think it will be 2-1 France. I think Olise and Mbappe, or whatever, score. And Yamal scores for Spain. England versus Argentina is one that I think is actually interesting. And I think I have England going through. I have faith in England this year. I genuinely do. And France versus England, the final, I do have France. I do think England comes short once again. Sorry, England fans, but I think this is a successful and unsuccessful tournament, because obviously it's unsuccessful. They didn't win the tournament. But also, I do think that it will be successful because they beat Argentina. They beat Mexico in the Azteca, which is not really expected from a team like England. But I say they're like Cabo Verde, but from England. And I just think that they'll fall short because I think France is a different monster this year, to be honest. And I think it's destiny that they win it. But yeah, that's my World Cup predictions. Pretty much I have France winning the whole thing. Also, those are my reaction to that video. I'll try to be making as much World Cup content as possible. Tomorrow we have Argentina and Egypt and Switzerland against Colombia. There should be two pretty fun games. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.